We are gathered here today to mourn the loss of Rendog, who died twice like a noob, building a slimy slime farm. May his soul rest in pieces. We are also gathered here today to mourn the loss of Bark, the diamond axe, who melted in a pool of lava. May his soul rest in pieces. Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is Ren the Santa Dog coming at you from the roof of the Walmart Bazaar in this Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. In the previous episode, we were working our buttholes off to complete a slime farm, and in this episode, my friends, we have got so much stuff to do. It is absolutely crazy, man. We're going to be finishing off that slime farm and cracking on with the design for the lumber mill. But before we do that, guys, I have got a ton of stuff to show you. So sit back and relax. I hope you got something tasty to sip on. I've got a cup of ice cold Coca-Cola. Give me 1 second. It is freaking delicious, man, and I am ready to play some freaking Minecraft. Now, guys, you might have noticed that I am sporting a very fetching Christmas jumper. Can't believe it's Christmas time already, guys, but check it out, baby. I'm looking Pimps McDaddy. Plus, I've got the sweet-ass Santa hat on, which is absolutely awesome. This skin was made for me by a cyberdog called Thundershock, and I just want to say a big thank you to him for sending it over. I am very proud to be wearing my little sweater for today's episode and for the episodes coming up for Christmas, man. It's going to be absolutely freaking sweet. But yeah, guys, we have got so much to talk about today, and I am super excited because I had an absolutely amazing weekend. Let's just take a little look of Mole City while we're at it, while we're up here. Looking pretty freaking sweet, isn't it? Now, the reason I am on top of the roof of the Walmart Bazaar is because I need easy access into the Nether Portal Temple, and that's because I've got some sweet stuff to show you guys, but I've just realized I have no food. So, by the magic of the internet, I'll be back in a second. Hello, Beatrice! I know that you are partial to the odd Christmas jumper. I just thought I'd come and show you how schmexy I'm looking. What's that? You'd like to borrow my jumper sometime? Is that a hint? I'm just gonna back up real slow, you damn crazy zombie woman. Well, Christmas is certainly a magic time of year, my friends. Suddenly I have 7 loaves of bread in my paw, and that's because I just harvested Beatrice's field. Well, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get into the Nether, my friends, because I've got something freaking awesome to show you. This weekend was an amazing weekend for me because for the very first time in the history of Rentopia, I invited some human citizens to join the population of our Minecraft world. And those citizens were some Patreons. And I invited the patrons to come and join me in my Minecraft world and to do a little bit of crafting. And we spent the entire Saturday evening playing Minecraft together right here in Rentopia. And as you guys can see, we set up a portal inside of the strip mine outpost. And we came up with a pretty cool idea, okay? One of the things that I've been wanting to do is to get Patreons to come and play with me right here in my Minecraft world, but I've been trying to figure out exactly what the Patreons could do around here, and together we had a really cool idea. So for those of you guys who have been with me for a very long time, this is the strip mine outpost, and as you guys can see, it is butt freaking ugly. It is unsymmetrical as jazz. As you can see, there's some stairs over here and no stairs over here. This window is 3 blocks wide. This window is 2 blocks. Oh, I didn't even want to get into how badly designed this place is. And what we decided to do as a group was to create a little bit of lore where we are going to blow up the strip mine outpost, and the ensuing explosion from the nuclear lava reactors within the strip mine outpost is going to be so powerful that it renders the universe asunder and tears open a new portal into the Nether. And that's why this portal is over here. And this portal takes us straight into the Nether. And if we follow this cobblestone road over here, all the way in this direction, we are going to be following this road into a brand new city in Rentopia that is known as Patreon City. Now, this city is really sweet for two reasons. Number one, it's where Patreons are going to be building up their own little place here in Rentopia once a month. And number two, it is going to serve as a brand new strip mine outpost for us. As you guys know, my world is extremely old, and our strip mine outpost is, I think, in a 1.3 Minecraft 1.3 chunk, which means we have no access to diorite, to andesite, and to granite. And right here is where the Patreons and I spent a Saturday evening together working out exactly what a Patreon city could look like. We didn't get very far. As you guys can see, we set up a nice big farm over here, and we set up a few road foundations, and the idea is that we are going to be building a Patreon city over here, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. There is also a strip mine under construction over here, where I will be able to come and get all of the new 1.7 blocks that we require, or 1.8 blocks rather, all the way down there, andesite, diorite, and granite, and so on. So it's going to make my life much, much easier. The Patreons also decided on a really awesome thing, that every block of gold that they discover when they play on the world once a month is going to be dedicated and given to me for Granny Dog's monument. So that is absolutely freaking fantastic. And I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you very much to Mr. Squirrel, Mr. Agent DP12, Mr. Honk Miller, and Mr. Radioactive Gaming for joining me this Saturday on Rentopia. I hope you guys had an awesome time playing with me. I had an absolutely amazing time, and I can't wait to see what you guys do right here in Patreon City. Well, my friends, as you can see by my slimy companions trying to get their asses all up in my grill, our slime farm is working a treat. Oh man, I am so happy with how this has turned out, guys. As you can see, a ridiculous amount of work has gone into the slime farm, and by work, I mean grinding. I have just been hacking away at these chunks to clear away the land, to create as much surface area as possible to spawn slimes. And I gotta tell you guys, the farm is working amazingly. There are 4 chunks over here that I've dug out that are all slime chunks. This one and this one were the original ones, I think, that we dug out, and then I discovered spawns in both of these 2 chunks. So I have literally dug out everything underneath on this level and the level above to generate a ridiculous amount of slime, and I think I've already got 3 or 4 stacks of slime in the work chest over there. So really happy with how this has turned out. There's just one more thing that we need to do down here, which we're going to do together, and that is to install some jack-o'-lantern pumpkins into the floor of the second story. The reason that we use jack-o'-lantern pumpkins here is because it lights up the entire area, stopping the spawning of normal mobs, but because a jack-o'-lantern is a solid block that glows, that has a light coming out of it, it means that spawns can actually spawn on top of these jack-o'-lanterns. A slime can't, of course, spawn on a torch, so if we light up these chunks with torches, it makes it much harder for those slimy bastards to spawn. So really happy, guys. The place is a kickin', and this is going to give us more than enough slime to finish off the Victorian greenhouse, which makes me extremely happy. And there you can see a slime has already spawned just as we walked away from the area. Another little slime actually spawned. So that is awesome, man. The place is kicking. Okay, been trying to install these damn pumpkins into the holes, but guess what? Pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns don't actually stick to the side of blocks. They have to be placed on a solid block in order to be placed. So that's awesome. Now I'm going to have to spend a few minutes plugging the holes that I spent many minutes digging out so that we can actually install the jack-o'-lanterns. So yeah, that is my bad. Well, you live and you learn, man. I will never place a jack-o'-lantern in this way again. Plus, I've got more slime spawning I can hear, so we can do a little bit of slime harvesting while we're doing this. But while I'm doing this, guys, I want to have a quick chat to you about a Christmas, man, because if you can believe it, it is almost Christmas time. In fact, from this episode, the recording of this episode is 3 days until Christmas, which is absolutely crazy. It feels like it was Christmas just the other day. Am I right? It's been an absolutely crazy, amazing year though, guys. And I've had such an amazing time, and it's been a really good year for me personally in my life and so on. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about all of that jazz in the coming Christmas episodes between now and Christmas. And it should be really fun. But there's a couple of things that I really want want to talk to you guys about, some really exciting things. Number one, Christmas Day 2015, my friends. I am going to be live streaming all day long on Christmas Day, which is going to be absolutely awesome. I really much appreciate seeing as many of you cyberdogs coming to say hello as possible. I know that you've all got Christmas dinner and Christmas lunches with your families and all of that sweet, sweet jazz. And if you can find a moment in between your turkey and your food and your ham and your Christmas puddings to pop in and say hello to old RENDOG'S on the stream, I would really, really appreciate that, guys. Going to be a really, really cool stream, man. We're just going to be playing from the Cyberdog Nation server for a lot of the time. Maybe play a bit of survival stories and maybe play something else that you guys request to play. And it's going to be really awesome. And, you know, I may not be able to be with my family on Christmas, but I feel like this year I'd like to hang out with my Cyberdog family, even though it's kind of weird. If you guys pop in and say hello to me on Christmas Day when I'm streaming, it'll make me feel really, really good. So I really hope to see you guys on the Christmas live stream in a few days, man. It's going to be sweet. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, guys, for Christmas is a little bit of, I suppose, a present that I have whipped up for you cyberdiggity dogs out there who have been thinking about becoming a VIP on Dogcraft.net or becoming a part of the Dogcraft.net official Cyberdog Nation fan Minecraft server, which is of course found at server.dogcraft.net. We have put together a little package, if you will, a Christmas package, which contains some really, really awesome things for you guys. I'm going to leave a link to the package in the description box below. But basically, if you guys have a little bit of pocket money or something to spare, maybe you're still thinking about getting a Christmas present for yourself, maybe Granny gave you a little bit of money and you want to spend it somewhere awesome, why don't you come and check out this little package that we put together for you guys. It is basically a Christmas special package that's going to get you a VIP subscription to Dogcraft.net for a year. It is going to get you some amazing perks on the Cyberdog Nation fan server. It is going to get you a unique snowflake trail on the Cyberdog Nation fan server. That is, when you are on the server, you will have some sweet ass snow coming out of your butthole that no one else will be able to have access to. So that's pretty awesome. It'll be a unique Christmas trail for 2015. You will receive 100,000 Dogcraft dollars, and Dogcraft dollars is the currency that you can use to buy really cool stuff on the Cyberdog Nation fan server, the Minecraft server. You will also get 1,000 claim blocks, which means you can claim a whole bunch of land on the server. And we're also going to be giving you a jetpack in the Cyberdog Nation Minecraft server hub, so that you can fly around and look at all of the Rentopia buildings close up. So a pretty awesome little package for Christmas, guys. If you have got a little bit of extra Christmas money to spend, or you're thinking about buying someone a present, this is a pretty sweet ass present. If you already have some of that stuff and you want to buy the package and perhaps, say for example, give the VIP subscription to a friend, we can get that all done. Not a problem at all, my friends. And of course, you helping to purchase this special and helping to buy the stuff goes a long way to helping us maintain the Cyberdog Nation server, help to maintain Dogcraft.net, and help me become a better and more awesome Minecrafter. So guys, go ahead and check out that Cyberdog Nation Christmas special Minecraft server bundle of awesomeness, direct to you from the bag of Santa Rendog, baby. Well, my friends, I gotta tell you something. I am not particularly sad to see the backside of this damn slime farm project. It has been many, many hours of off-camera digging to clear away all of this junk around here, but I'm very glad that the whole place is now up and running. All of the pumpkins have now been installed, as you can see, and we are spawning slimes, something crazy, which is absolutely amazing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come and pick up all the slime that I've managed to collect over the last few hours. I think I've got a bit in here. Yes, so we've got a stack, 2 stacks, and 4 slime balls so far, which I think is a pretty good take. How many blocks of slime can we actually make out of this? Quite a few, I should think. This is absolutely awesome though, man, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for such a long time now, and it's been something that's been playing on my mind because I need all of this slime to complete the Victorian greenhouse project, and that is one of the really big projects that we are trying to finish off before the end of season 4. And yeah, now that we got the slime, we can create a whole bunch of sticky pistons to get the automation side of the Victorian greenhouse finished. Oh baby, it's gonna be so freaking awesome, man. We're gonna have an automatic way to gather wheat, pumpkins, and melons, and man, I just can't wait for it. It's going to be awesome. We might throw in some sugarcane in there also. We can automate anything that can grows. Actually, that is probably the plan. But of course, as you guys know, we still have another major project open at this very moment in time, and that is of course the lumber mill processing facility. And I'm very pleased. I did say at the beginning of this episode that I've got a ton of stuff to show you guys. Well, I'm very pleased to let you guys know that I have been quite hard at work on this project too. It may not look like it, but let me run you through some of the things that I've done. I've named all of the item frames now. So we've got the logs, we've got the plankage, we've got the leaves, we've got the saplie, we've got vinage, apples, and bone mealage, and then down in the second story of the lumber mill, this is where the majority of the off-camera work has happened. You guys can see that I've set up another entire row of storage chests. I've also installed all of the redstone work, installed all of the hoppers necessary to get this thing fired up, and yeah, it's been a mission. All of the filters are also set up. Uh-oh, this one is actually not working properly. We actually need to get some more dark oak wood fences in there. Dang it, I was sure that I'd set everything up perfectly, but apparently not. But anyway, as you guys can see, we have another 4 full rows inside of the lumber mill, and essentially the idea for this lumber mill was to have a place to store all of our wooden stuff, right? So let me just pull out a few more dark oak wood fences, and we can fix that on the other side. But as you can see, we've got fences, we've got plankages, or slabbages, excuse me. We have got stairs, and then we have the sort of random wooden things that you can create out of wood. Chests, trap chests, sticks, ladders, item frames, and signs. So all of that jazz is looking pretty awesome. Let's just sleep the night away, just in case we get any spawnage around here. There we go, sweet. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now, this lumber mill facility is literally storing every single thing that's got to do with wood in our facility over here, which is amazing. Now, a few of you guys have been asking me a pretty valid question, and that question is, of course, how are we going to be sending fences, slabs, and stairs from the grove into the lumber mill? Well, the thinking here for me is that most of that processing will be done inside of the lumber mill, right? So if we want to create fences and stairs, let's create like a little workshop area, perhaps in this position over here. We've got a little bit of space here. We could make like a little workshop area where we can create all of that stuff, and then we can just input the stuff into the input chest over here. So that would be the slabs, the fences, the chests, and all of that jazz. All we have to do is make sure that when we are creating wooden stuff, we do it inside of the lumber mill, and we make sure to store everything that we do inside of the lumber mill when we're finished with it. And I think if we keep that going, I think it's going to turn out really, really awesome. Now, we have got a butt ton of block placing to do today, my friends, and I think I'll probably do the majority of this off camera, because all I want to do really is lay down the floor over here and then start working on the outside foundations for the place. So let me get a crackin', and when I get this place in a more decent shape, I will bring you guys back. The floor of the second story of the lumber mill is now ready for plankification. Oh baby, it's going to look so sweet down here. But before I get going on that, guys, there is just a last little bit of technical stuff that I want to take you guys through. I know that there's a few of you guys out there who are following this particular project and you are building your own sorting systems in your world. So I just want to make sure that I don't miss out any of the details. When we were last here working on this project, I was setting up this hopper chain over here. And as you can see, if we follow the hoppers, it basically travels all the way in this direction. In fact, in the opposite direction of the way that the hopper hopper chain travels in the first story of the lumber mill, excuse me. But as you can see, this chain goes all the way to the very end of this storage section, and I've installed in exactly the same configuration the comparators, the redstone circuitry, and the redstone torches and repeaters underneath these blocks. So this is a carbon copy of the first floor. However, the only difference is that the hopper chain is traveling in the opposite direction. Now, there is another little bit of this build that is vitally important, and that is this very final chest over here, which I'm going to refer to as the recycle bin, or the junk chest, I suppose. And of course, the junk chest is where you want to collect any item that enters this sorting system that isn't a part of one of these filters. So say, for example, by mistake, we kill a zombie or something at the Grove, and its flesh hits the sorting system. That flesh needs to be taken somewhere so that it doesn't clog up the system. And that place that it gets taken to is this final recycle bin over here. It's very easy to set up. All we are doing is having a final hopper chain at the very end of the entire system that isn't connected to comparators or redstone torches or anything else. It is literally just hoppers. So that piece of flesh is going to travel through all of these hoppers looking for a filter to go down. It's not going to be able to go through any of these filters, and is going to be sent into this hopper, into this one, into this one, into this one, and then deposited right here in the final recycle bin chest. So very important to have this, guys, or your system will probably break. Man, I just had an absolutely crazy realization, guys. After 3 or 4 years of playing Minecraft together, we have never really created a structure that was 100% based on wood, right? All of our structures have always had a sort of cobblestone base or a stone base of some kind. So this is actually really cool. I'm quite excited about this little project. And luckily, we have a grove now that can generate a ridiculous amount of wood for us. And I gotta tell you guys, it feels so awesome to have access to all of these building blocks. And all I've got to do is go and spend, I don't know, 10 minutes or so just planting saplings, bone mealing them, and then growing them to get all of this loggage. And it's really, really cool. I think it's going to open up a lot of crafting opportunities for us in this series. And I'm looking forward to what it's going to bring, man. The more wood, the better, am I right? But anyway, guys, as you can see, I've been hard at work laying down the floor over here in the second story. I think it's coming together quite nicely. I've just been working on some support beams for this thing. Just went to the Grove, actually, to get a little bit more dark oak wood loggage. But having a little bit of trouble getting these freaking... There we go. These support beams going. I think the dark oak wood looks really, really nice down here. However, I'm having a little bit of problems trying to figure out exactly what the block pattern is going to be for this particular build. I've looked at a whole bunch of different stuff on Google. I've been looking at a few images of Viking lumber mills is what I've been searching for. And one of you cyberdogs sent me an absolutely amazing image of what looks to be like a very rural Viking lumber mill from, I don't know, it must be like 1600s or something. And it looks absolutely awesome. It has a really low roof. It is made completely out of wood, and it looks kind of badass. And it's a design that I'm kind of interested in doing. So we're going to do a bit of experimenting with that, guys. But check it out. I've been laying down the floor over here, and I've been mixing up acacia with spruce planks, and I think it works really nicely. The thinking here being, this is a bit of escalification going on over here, guys. And escalification is a skill that I learned from my very good friend Escal85. Go check out his channel if you haven't checked it out already, man. He is an absolute master crafter, and I've learned so many things from him. One of the really cool things that I've learned from him is block variation, or the skill of block variation. And I think that this works really, really nicely. So let me break the escalification down for you over here, okay, my friends? So the idea is that because we are spending a lot of time here in front of the chests, walking back and forth in front of the chests, the planks have become more polished from our footsteps, right? There's more footsteps in these areas here than there are in these areas back here. So it makes sense that the planks would be a little bit more polished or have a little bit more shine to them. And the acacia planks, as you guys can see, have a really sort of nice sheen to them. Even though they are the same texture as the spruce wood planks, they have this sort of shine to the color, which is really, really cool. And I think that works really nicely as a little bit of a scalification. Just adds a bit of block variance into the floor pattern. And I think it works really freaking nicely, man. I really love it. I think it looks great. Check it out, man. But what I am struggling with, I love the floors, I love the roofs. What I am struggling with are the walls and how the jazz we are going to build the walls of this lumber mill, not only on the second story over here, but also on the top story over here, because of course this is the part of the lumber mill that is going to be visible to the entire world, and this is the part we have to make beautiful. I've already spotted a bit of a problem that we've got in that we have got a lamp over here that is directly in the way of where the wall is going to go. We're probably going to have to move this lamp and this lamp, these two street lamps, to the corner here, and probably move this one to this position here. So a little bit of city works to do, I suppose is what you can call it. But for now, I kind of want to experiment a little bit with you guys with the block palette, I suppose, or the block selection that we are going to be using for this particular build. And I've been running an idea in my head that I would like to try out right now, okay? And bear with me on this one. It's going to be a little bit weird. It's going to be using blocks that we've never used together before, and I'm just wondering if this is going to turn out okay. So my thinking is that I want to use andesite and birchwood planks. I kind of like the idea of having birchwood planks as the main block for the for the Viking district. I think it's got quite a cool sort of Viking woody feel to it. And when we start working on the roof, it's going to make a lot more sense. The roof is going to have a very soft gradient like this. It's almost going to be like a rounded roof like this. It's going to make a really nice looking rural type lumber mill structure. And I think that the many vertical lines inside of the birch oak wood planks really helps to accentuate that feel, which is why I'm thinking about using it as the primary block. Now, I want to show you guys exactly what I'm thinking over here, okay? My thoughts are, based on this picture that I saw, the way that the Vikings themselves might have built a lumber mill is they would have started their walls with a little bit of grit and stones and stuff like that, right? So they would have laid down like a bunch of stones like this. Let's just use cobblestone for now, just so that I can show you what I'm thinking, okay? So they've laid down a sort of foundation of stones like this, and then what they might do is start doing layers of planks like this, right? And the birchwood planks are horizontal, which is really, really cool, and kind of helps to reinforce my idea of this wall, okay? So check it out. If we then have the walls themselves created out of birchwood planks, like that kind of looks pretty sweet, I think. It has that sort of feel of the planks of the walls being supported by a foundation of stones. However, I don't know if I want to use cobblestone here, because cobblestone is everywhere in Mole City, man. Cobblestone is the foundation of every single build around here. So I want to try get a little bit fancy over here and try and use a different type of block that still looks like stone, but is a different color altogether, and that is of course andesite. And what this essentially will do will create a very different color here in the Viking district, a color that we haven't used in Mole City before, and that is this sort of dark gray looking color that we can see there, right? So that's the sort of design idea that I'm thinking about. I think that there's probably a lot of work that can be done with this wall design. It's not looking particularly good to me right now, I must be honest. I mean, potentially what we could do to sort of spice it up a bit is add in some dark oak wood sort of supports, I suppose. That could potentially help. So for example, if we had a support over here like this, okay, that might help to sort of break up the weirdness of the wall. Yeah, you know, that's not looking too bad. It's getting there. I think there's some potential here. Let's do a little bit more experimenting. Okay, ooh, then we better get some light down here though, man. It is looking dark, but doesn't it feel nice down here, guys? With all the wood, it feels so warm and woody. if you know what I'm saying. Why don't we experiment with a little bit of birch oak wood fences? Oh, there's a hopper in here. And maybe we use some other sort of fence also. What's this? Jungle fence? No, maybe we use some dark oak wood fences also. Here's what I'm thinking. If we break up the wall with a couple of fence bits here and there, that could be an interesting little effect that we add to the wall. So here's what I'm thinking, right? So for example, if we stuck in a fence like this, and then maybe a couple more lighter fences up here. Actually, that's really nice. I don't know if I like this dark oak wood fence. I think I really like this the birchwood fence though, right? That's looking kind of jazzy. Let's just get up here and stick another layer of birchwood planks on top of this wall, and then we can have a look at this from a distance. I think that this is going to actually turn out quite nicely. It would be ideal if there was another plank that we could get into this build. So look at that, right? Now that's starting to look a little bit more interesting. I do like the way that that is coming out. Yeah, that's starting to blow my whistle, so to speak. Well, this wall is starting to inspire me something fierce, my friends. I have been experimenting with a few more blocks to try and make the wall less flat and feel a little bit more rustic. And check it out, I've been using a stair to create a little hole in the wall, which could show a little bit of wear or something like that in what is a very old structure. I've also used some oak wood planks over here, which I think fit very nicely color-wise with the birchwood planks. I think that looks pretty sweet. What else have I done? Yes, we've got another stair over here, which is sort of upside down, but creates a dent in the wall, which creates quite a nice little effect over there, I think. You know what, actually? I think that that could be an effect that runs throughout the duration of the wall. Give me 1 second to experiment over here, if you please. What happens if we did a little something like that, right? To add a little bit of a dent into the wall. That's pretty cool. That could be an interesting feature that makes the build stand out a little bit more from everything around it. I think that's kind of jazzy. What else can we do? I want to experiment a little bit more with these oak wood planks because I think they look quite nice together with the birchwood planks. So let's just like add a few oak wood planks in here, for example, like that. And that kind of helps to break up the very monotonous tone of a lot of birchwood planks next to one another. That's looking kind of sweet, I think, my friends. I like it. I'm enjoying what I am putting down over here. This is coming together really nicely. Okay, this might be taking it a little bit too far, my friends, but I've got one more little thing that I want to experiment with over here before we say goodbye for today's episode. Why don't we try and throw a little bit of gravel in here, okay? Hear me out, hear me out. The thinking being that this andesite is the rock foundation for the wall, but over time, that andesite has sort of ground down and become finer from the pressures of the building above, right? Kind of makes sense, I suppose, in some roundabout way. So here's what I'm thinking. The reason that I want to use gravel is because I think that the textures work quite nicely together. The andesite and the gravel, I think they look pretty cool. Although in that particular position, they don't seem to work too well together. But if we did something like that, and every now and then just throw in a little bit of gravel just to break up the monotonous gray of that andesite, that could look pretty awesome. Let's take a step back over here and have a look. Well, it's looking pretty sweet, a little bit ramshackled, but if we are going for a sort of rural Viking structure, maybe this is exactly what we want to try and do, right? Well, I'm very keen to get your guys' opinion on this particular build style, so do let me know in the comment section below what you think. I'll be reading the comment section of this video very, very closely. And unfortunately, guys, we've run out of time for today, but I hope you have enjoyed the episode. Remember to come and check in for the Christmas stream on the 25th of December 2015 this year, my friends. And if you are looking for a Christmas present to give to somebody or a Christmas present for yourself, why don't you check out the Christmas special for the Dogcraft.net Minecraft server, which is server.dogcraft.net. Link in the description box below. Anyway, guys, can't wait to read your comments on our Viking wall, and thank you so much for watching this episode. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you're interested in following the series, and to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. It's been RenDoG'S playing Minecraft Survive. Did I just say RenDoG'S? I think I did. Okay, time to go for a walk. We will see you guys in the next episode.